Hi everyone, it's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. Okay, so I've had another little clear out of my craft room. That's a way to go, but I've just collected some new scraps. So some of them are current bits and pieces. It's things that I've played with getting ready for some of my classes, because I don't know if you realise this, but whenever stamping demonstrators run classes, they have to design and think about cards they're going to be doing with everybody, and they don't just happen instantly. Sometimes it takes a bit of working around and figuring out before I come up with my final card that I'm going to be doing with my class. So hence there are some scrap pieces that end up, you know, being left, and so I've gathered them in a box, and I've already sifted through them and taken out some various pieces, but I probably will be turning to this little one because this has kind of got all the little bits and pieces that are kind of, you know, give the final kind of flourish to a card. So there we go. Right, hello, I saw Denise come in there. Hi Christine, and hope you are well too. Thank you very much for joining me. So as I said, I've already created a little bit of a pile of different things. So here I've just got some florals and some that lovely teapot that I'd like to use. Got this, not sure how I'm going to use that just yet. Although I have kind of grouped it with this little bundle here of various pieces of paper and a stamped image I did a while ago, but haven't used yet. Hi Darlene, thank you for joining me. So this is a live video. If you're watching this on the replay, you can still comment, and I love to hear your comments. It just obviously won't register on the live replay chat. If you want to see the live replay chat, there is a way of doing it. There is a button along the bottom where you can watch it. If you just wanted to know what I'm responding to and who's chatting and all the rest of it. So let's get started. Oh, sorry, I haven't cleared my chair. I'm sitting on something. Right, get that up there. Okay, so here are my card bases. I like to have a little stash of card bases ready to go. It just makes it easier for when I'm doing cards like this. And I'm just going to press my button so that I can watch the comments. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. So I'm borrowing my daughter's tablet to be able to do this. Makes it easier so I don't have to keep looking at the screen above me. So let's start with this one here. This is a kind of very happy colour scheme, and that a bit bigger. So let's have a think. I might go for that kind of lovely limey green base. Actually, I think that's lemon lime twist. We don't have this this colour, so I really like this piece. This was a bit of playing around that I did. Now this stamp here is still available. It's the Swirly Frame stamp set, and I thought it might be fun to have that somewhere on the card. And you know what, I just cut that down so that it can be stuck on. And I've gone and lost my trimmer. Oh, there it is. So my card bases are an A4 piece of cardstock cut in half. So if you're in the States, you'll just have to use the measurements that's good for you. So that means my matting layer should be about 10 centimetres wide. I'm just going to cut a wee bit off the bottom there, and then some on here. Oh no, I don't need to do that. I've cut too much off. Oh well, never mind. That is fine. Actually, I won't just cut that bit off and then make it up with another piece behind it. So I meant to go live last night, but things got away with me, and I had to catch up with somebody, and so sorry I didn't do that. But I thought I have a little bit of time now today. I thought, oh, I'll come on and see who's around, and maybe we'd get some cards made. So I think I'm going to rip that bit off a little bit more and rip that down there. Now this zingy bright pink is gorgeous against this lime green. These colours just make me so happy, and I think that's why I've kind of gone for this one to start off with, because it's such a happy colour combination. I think this is the lovely lipstick, and this was part of a Memories and More pack from last year. Okay, so I'm thinking that is kind of gonna take up all that space, and I don't want to do that because we've got this lovely floral element here. So I'm going to have a rifle through my little kit of tricks here and see if I can find something else to put on here, and maybe just do a bit of a sentiment, I think. There's a nice bit of pink there, because I don't think that this needs much more, really. Oh, no. That says joy on it. Quick rifle through, see what I can find. So how is everybody doing? And lovely to see you. I guess we're all in different time zones, so that can be fun to figure out what everyone's up to. Some people will be having their lunch and some people will be going to bed. Oh, some other little green leaves here too. Don't quite know what I'm going to use those for just yet. I'm wondering about layering a section in the middle and then putting a sentiment. So I might not put the sentiment on right now because that will just take up a little bit of extra time, and sometimes I don't always know who I'm going to be giving these cards to, or they sometimes end up in a box of cards that I sell. And so once I've made it, I think, oh, well, that lends itself to a birthday card or whatever. You know how certain cards just seem to fit different occasions, don't they? Let's move that one up to there. Okay, I'm going to start sticking that down. Just see if I've got anything else in my little box of drill. I might fit that one in somewhere. Oh, and there's some burlap. Oh, and there's these little... This was from some packaging that Stampin' Up sold a while back. Some crinkly paper, so that might work. Oh, there's another. It's going to end up very leafy, this. Okay, let's start sticking down. Just move that to one side. Now, for some reason, this cardstock has got a little bit of a bend in it, but I'm hoping that once we've got everything stuck down, it will be fine. Get my pokey tool just to unplug my glue. Right, so hi Darlene from Sherwood. Hello Gratin Favour, lovely to see you. And hello Amazing Me. So, wow, thank you for joining me, everybody. I didn't know if many people would be around at this time of day. Stick that one there. Stick that one up there. And stick this one. So if you're watching this on the replay and you're finding it a little bit boring seeing me rifle through things and trying to figure things out, then my tip is watch this on double speed. Yes, you get to hear a high-pitched me talking, but you can always turn the sound down, and you get to see the video much quicker and not miss anything. So that is something that I am doing quite often now. My favourite YouTubers, I watch on double speed or 1.75 speed because it means that I get to see what they're doing, but it doesn't take up so much time in my day. So it's something I do recommend that you have a go doing. It has kind of revolutionised my YouTube watching. Okay, I want to put some of these bits down. It's not doing what I want it to do. Oh, Christine likes the new catalogue. It's lovely, isn't it, Christine? Some lovely new things in there. You know, I don't think I'm going to use that one because I don't want to take it too much away from this design here. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on there and just stick that into place. And stick some of these leaves. And by sticking these leaves down, this is what's actually holding all this pink frothy stuff. So don't worry about sticking absolutely everything down straight away, because by sticking the other things down you end up, you know, doing what needs to be done. If that kind of makes sense. Who is Amazing Me? I don't know who Amazing Me is. It's obviously somebody who likes to keep their anonymity. I can't speak. Anonymity. But they are most welcome. Ooh. Ah, thanks, Darlene. Yeah, this is me, the way I create. Sometimes, not all the time. I actually this is probably one of my most enjoyable ways to create, because you can be surprised, you know. And sometimes when you're planning workshops, it's hard to be surprised. So this is quite a nice way to create. It's just very different. Okay, so I've got all these lovely, oh, you know how I love my texture if you've watched my things before. I might put a little thing there, but I am very tempted just to leave this pretty much as it is now. And it's covering up all that texture, which I don't really want to do. Let's see if I can find something else to put there. Sometimes end up with lots of little strips of paper, so this would be a good time to use up one of those little strips. There we go, that'll do. But you know what, I'm not even going to stick that down because I will need to stamp on that at some point, but I will just leave that there so you can kind of see. And make it look really easy. Oh, thank you. Okay, so there we go. That's one card done. Oop, there we go. All right. I don't know if I fold that over. That will stay there, won't it? And that just needs a sentiment. Okay, next one, because I am on a little bit of a time constraint here. So this one I picked out because I thought this would be good for kind of male or masculine cards. This is the die cut from the, is it the Geared Up Garage, I think it's called, stamp set and punt dies. It's got a car in it and various other different elements that kind of go around a garage, and cars and oil and all those kind of things. And I think I actually cut this out at a onstage event, but I've just not got around to using it. And these were pieces of paper as well from an onstage event that I attended, and again just not got around to using. So I'm going to keep this pretty simple, I think. And yeah, I mean, you could just do that, layer it up. Let's see what colour could go with this. What about just a crumb cake there, like that? Quite like this leaf, these leaves. I'm going to trim these down to 10 centimetres and then go from there. Christine likes the Dino Raw suit, yeah, and the journal, yeah, that is the pressed petals. It's beautiful. I've just got the papers of that so far, and they are really lovely. Your favourite kind of cards, Geraldine? Hi, Geraldine, nice to see you. Well, they seem to be quite popular, these kind of cards. They are some of my most watched videos on YouTube, so I thought it'd be nice to, if people like them, I'm just going to keep making them. So if you do watch my videos and there are things that you like watching or would like to see more of, then please do comment. I do read all your comments and take constructive criticism on board and all the rest of it. So I'm just going to cut that down. And put that there, like that. I don't know if the peach is going to fit in there now. I wonder whether just, oh, what about these lines? Just creates another kind of texture across there. Oh, what about some of this? Yes, bit of burlap. I've cut that down a bit. Let's see what else we have in here. I know that leaves and gears don't really go together, but it's worth just seeing what happens, isn't it? Oh, what about that one? Take that one out. I can hear one of my children returning from school. There's another bit of green there. And that would be great for doing a sentiment, although that is very vanilla, and I think the background to this, sorry, not the background, the colour of this paper is actually Whisper White, so there's a little piece of Whisper White there that I could use. You alright? So I would replace that with Whisper White, because this is very vanilla. Sorry, this is very vanilla, this is Whisper White. Oh dear me. Right, let's start sticking. Now, although I think that sometimes you can break the rules of putting cream and white together, or very vanilla and Whisper White together, this is not one of those situations. I always remember as a child being told you should never wear cream and white together because the white makes the cream look dirty. So apparently that's the general rule for not mixing those kind of colours together. Oh, no. Hello.
Hello, hi Ruth.
Hello. You all right? Oh right, it's finished already. Okay, lovely. Thank you. Cheers. Bye. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. It was just my daughter's school. She wasn't supposed to be leaving school till a bit later, but she's going to be leaving soon. So I'm going to finish this card, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to go because I've got to go meet her. So. Yes, what I was saying about cream and white was that, yeah, if you put cream and white together, it just makes the cream a bit odd, or very vanilla. But if you do it in a way that it's very deliberate, then, you know, that's okay. But on this occasion, I'm not going to do that because it would look a little bit odd. Hi, Bev. So this tiny little piece here, just put tiny, tiny, tiny blobs of glue. That's all you need to kind of hold it into place. You do not need a whole load of glue for that one. This die actually comes from, oh, it's that foliagey, florally foliagey set. It's really, really pretty. Which is still in the catalogue, I believe. I was surprised to see it there again, but I'm glad it's there because it's one of my favourites. So I'm just sticking that down with the tear and tape, or the tearable tape. There. There. And stick that there. It's the focal point. Now if I had this die, I would be tempted to actually cut a few pieces of this out of cardstock and layer it up to make it a bit thicker, because this has just been cut out of DSP and it's a little bit flimsy. So so yeah, if you do have this die, I do recommend that you do that with that. Just make it a little bit more, the construction of it a little bit more stronger. Okay, and then that is going to be stuck there, and I'm just going to leave that blank, ready for me to do a sentiment at a later date. I'm not going to do that right now. But there we have it. Right, I will try and come back as soon as I can. I'm not sure if it's going to be this evening. I may have some time tomorrow to get on here and do some more making cards from scraps live. But do leave your comments below. Let me know what you'd like, what else you'd like to learn, and I'm happy to try and share. So there we go. Here's the pink and green one, limey green and very vibrant pink. So that's lovely lipstick and melon mambo in there. And that came from a piece of stamping I did a while back, and I think there's a video actually of me doing that one. And then this is just a very kind of masculine card. There we have it. So I've got a mess on my desk. Lovely to see you all, and hope to see you all again soon. Take care for now.